Let this COVID-19 slow down a little bit, and then we can get it done. Meantime, I might actually hook up, do a little workout with you on Instagram Live or something. Oh, you got weights over there? All right, cool. We'll arrange it. Some people are getting a little lax, but I got daughters. 60 pounds. My brother Yosef on the Instagram Live, so he's 60 pounds heavier. Yeah, I need that. Need that weight. All right, cool. Peace, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I am Yoazer the Gift. Let me get started. What would it take to capture me on a scrap of paper? It take a pen to go to work to paint the perfect picture, to paint a portrait of the persecuted. Jaguar's paw from Apocalypto. I will change the script though. If you don't like it, fine. You don't got a trip though. I am a narcoleptic klepto. See what that mean? I mean I can't fall asleep while I'm still in the show. I ain't leaving room for y'all to act like y'all don't know. That's why I broadcast my conquests on YouTube, yo. I apply my gray matter to the matters on the table, breaking the presidential promise to keep the guards under the table. I'm like a fable. A black messiah risen to unify and electrify the black masses. Driven by the breath of God that was in prison, in that ghetto by them crooks and them books on the banners to let go. 7 seal broken, give me my eyes. I found a vision of the oracle. Now I see lies. I seen the beaten path. I flip my pen to beat a new one. Grabbing cartridges and reload because the pen is the new gun. I go to battle with these forces every day of every week. We making homonyms and synonyms until I fall asleep. Sorry, switched up mid-performance in my mind. I go to battle with these forces every day of every week. Be making homonyms and synonyms until I fall asleep. Wake up with a different pen in hand than when I went to rest with. And I would not rest until I proved that I'm the best kid. Your ways there, the gift. I am your ways there. I am your ways there, the gift. I said your ways there. My name's your ways there, the gift. How's everybody feeling? So today, yesterday's live and the day before, I read an essay that I wrote called On Pain and Creativity. I put together a book of essays that's not published yet, but I'm looking for an editor. And it's called Mind for Hire. The project is tentatively called Mind for Hire. And it's really just like, I like this group of essays because I think a lot, and some people think I'm smart. And within these essays, for better or worse, it's a lot of ways that I think about everything under the sun. I have an essay on productivity. I have an essay on love. I have thoughts on anything imaginable. And I like this collection of essays. So I decided to read a little bit more from it. The original, as I pull it up, the original title of this project. Oh, by the way, forewarning, this live is going to be a little shorter today, probably about 25 or 30 minutes. The original title of this project, our working title, was called the Rick and Morty Papers. And it was because I don't do drugs, right? So I'm not used to the idea of being in an altered state mentally. And I've never liked it. But once, not too long after my daughter was born, my second daughter, Amir Aura, was born, I started binge watching this show called Rick and Morty. And for some reason, Rick and Morty helped me take my brain to another realm of existence. Not necessarily realm of existence. It started my brain on a very literal path of thinking. And so it was during that time that I made a commitment similar to the one I'm making now, which is that I was going to write every day. And so this writing is a byproduct of my brain being exposed to Rick and Morty, which is some pretty high level humor, but it's also reminded me a lot about my love interests in science and technology, and thinking in general, and kind of the way the world works. So that was the original, little fun fact, the original working title of Mind for Hire, as it's written, is the Rick and Morty Papers. So I'm going to pull this up. In the meantime, let me ask y'all how y'all feeling. My brother Yosef saying he working out. He gained 60 pounds, which is amazing. Those are some serious gains. Anybody else want to tell me how y'all feeling in the comments? I want to make sure that Facebook can hear me. My mommy said she's waiting on a snaps emoji. Oh, by the way, so something exciting. My brother Hakeem Ziad put out a concept video for one of his songs off an album that he did. And let me actually pull that up. I love for y'all to support it. What's the best way to look for it? I'm gonna drop the plug in the Facebook Live in a minute. But you can find him on Instagram at Hakeem Soul R. That stands for Soul Renaissance. And I'll be sure to drop the actual link right before I get out. But it's an amazing video. I do want y'all to check it out. Sorry. Here we go. What I like about this work also is that I intend to make it so that you can search a keyword to break it down into certain themes so that you could kind of find something for everybody inside of these essays. I'm going to pick a random essay, and hopefully it doesn't backfire on me. Okay, on intelligence. So, an Indian mystic that I listen to very intensely says, sorry, I'm just moving my windows around on my laptop so that I can see the live stream in case anything happens while I'm reading. Bear with me, I apologize. Okay, boom. This doesn't have to sit up here. I'm bugging. This doesn't have to be on here. Hold on, let me rearrange these. My apologies. Haha. Haha. Okay. Back with you guys. All right. On intelligence. So, an Indian mystic that I listen to very intensely says that intelligence, or more specifically, cerebral intelligence and thinking, are overvalued in our age. He describes 4 different kinds of intelligence and says to be truly balanced, one must have all 4. So it has become clear to me that my focus on my ability to think has and will become a detractor to my overall goals. I find comfort in my abilities to work things out with my mind. My mental elasticity is one of my most prized possessions. So what will become of it? We hold ourselves back from becoming our ultimate selves because of fear. What am I afraid of? What am I afraid will happen if I just let it go? If I just relax? If I just submit? Will I die? Will my family starve? Will we not prosper? Is freeing myself worth more than working a job to be sure that food hits the table? Is it possible that my attachments are unnatural and that through my attachments I am held back? Based upon my identity, my attachments seem suitable and worthy. However, deep down, I know I am not made for this world. I am temporary here. We must seek to vanquish all of our fears. Wherever you find fear in your heart, there is something there which you can grow from. Only when you are truly without doubt of our nature can we evolve. Okay. All right, this one written September 27th, 2017. It's called Explore Your Personal Boundaries and Live Without Limits. One of my favorite movies in the world is Limitless, starring Bradley Cooper. Excellent movie for a few reasons, one of which is that it helped legitimize his acting career as an A-list actor after coming off the possibility of being typecast from his movies The Hangover series. But that's an entirely different thing altogether. What it does, though, is exploring the ideas of organization involved with cognitive development. I got to see a direct correlation between being organized in your mind and having your act or your energy together on a grand scale. Order is key. In order to explore the hidden depths of your mind, you have to get organized. Now, to organize one's mind is definitely not a simple task, especially in today's world. We are fed so many tiny bits of information that the brain overeats, engorges itself, and becomes like a 500-pound man. It lugs all its unneeded weight around. All of these thoughts, all of these worries are constantly eating at your brain and causes it to overoperate, causing your disorderly thought process to become even more of a burden. An organized mind is a hell an unorganized mind is a hell in and of itself. So how do you get organized? How do you then explore personal boundaries? How do you live with no limits? The film suggests that in order to get all of these elements of life together, that one needs to be smarter. However, if you'll notice in the film, the main character never really becomes smarter. He gains clarity and is able to apply his clarity with razor-sharp focus. And you certainly don't need a drug to become focused or clear. All you need is practice. The thing that focuses the brain to become focused the most in life is purpose, either immediate or grand. Some large overriding purpose that extends beyond the present moment. I would tell you to live today, live every day, make life into your drug, your medicine, your cure. You must become clear that all you need is right there in front of you, isn't it? I don't want to make this a mindless article full of fluffy sentences and vague understandings. I want you to become perfectly clear on what I'm saying here, to you and to myself. Find something, one thing that makes you absolutely feel alive, that makes you feel something, anything, and do it. It might be something difficult, like writing, like what I'm doing right now. But you know what? After writing 3 brain farts and part of a short story yesterday, I woke up differently. The air around me was charged. I haven't been sleepy all day, and I've been itching, waiting to get back to this keyboard. Not because it was easy to do a combined 3 hours of writing yesterday, but because the payoff was worth it. Because even though dragging these words out of myself is a different kind of agony, I am still writing off the high from yesterday. I've always wanted to write like this, and I'm doing it right now, so do it right now. First, understand that your mind will always emulate your environment. So start with your room. Clean it up. Add whatever order is needed. I'm sorry, this is unedited, so I'm having to edit in my mind. Add whatever order is needed. Break out the label maker if you have to. But create order right there in front of you. Create order in every aspect of your life. If you have friends, real friends, organize your friendships. Schedule a weekly friend date with your closest pal and stick to it. If you don't have friends, you need some. Here's my guide to making friends on the internet. It's super easy, okay? Make a list of priorities on a sheet of paper, no more than 5. Write them down, and whatever is on the number 1 spot, do the heck out of it for 24 hours. I say 24 hours because before you do this exercise, it's doubtful that you even know what's most important to you. So if after 24 hours you want to arrange that list then change it and start over for 48 hours, whatever you're avoiding or putting off, do it right now. What you are seeking is to reconnect with your purpose. Specialized message to millennials, quote unquote. The thing you are here to do does not have a job title yet or a job description. No one is paying 60,000 rubles per year for it. It does not have a name, and you can't even go to school for it yet. You have to define it. You have to build the schools. You have to make the courses. You have to make the way. And those old fogies who try to tell you that you are unrealistic, but you know what it's like to live in a new age slavery. And I promise you, you don't have to go back. You can put your faith in one possibility, that the thing you are building is valuable. And if it isn't yet valuable to others, make it so valuable to you that everyone will want whatever it is in their personal lives. Are you alive? I have a complex social math problem that is hard to describe. I'm trying to ascribe a value to true life by the base standard of death. Now, of course, someone is bound to say that you can't evaluate that value of such abstract constructs. But I beg to differ, because it is clear that in this world, death and dying are immensely valuable, but it's difficult to say what the subsequent value are of life and living. As I work on this complex problem, the question I'm here to ask you is, are you living? Caption: is smartness of value? Let me pause this and say, once again, my laptop is dying, and I apologize, Facebook. I said I was just going to give 30 minutes, so once the laptop dies, I'll switch back over to one of my phones. I'll probably drop the Twitter feed and go live for another 10 minutes and try to finish reading an essay. I might have to drop 2 feeds in order to get to Facebook, but I'll come back to Facebook, is my point. Facebook is where I have the most attention at the moment. But I'll go until this cuts out. Is smartness of value? What good are brains if you don't know what to do with them? Are you really smart if you can do complex math problems but never keep track of your taxes? What is the dollar for dollar value of a person's IQ? The point I'm trying to make here is that you don't have to be smart to get things accomplished. There's different kinds of intelligence. Find yours. Humanity is complex. Get into it. Pushing your personal boundaries, testing your personal best on a daily basis, is truly all that matters in this life, because nobody, and I mean nobody, can do what you do better than you. I'm encouraging you to find out what that is, and maybe you'll find it by reading this, and maybe you won't. Okay, I'm running on fumes for this one, and I intended to keep writing until I literally cannot. Luckily, something else will strike me in about 15 minutes. To sum up the feeling I had when I started writing this, even bringing it back to limitless, is summed up in this what is quietly one of the greatest quotes ever coined from a Hollywood film. The limit does not exist. Mean Girls. You spend your life bending to limits set by other people who were too afraid to open up their personal boundaries themselves. The amount of intense bravery and courage that it takes to be yourself in today's world is uncommon. Luckily, you are uncommon, and I hope to life and all love that you can understand at least that. I love you more than you will ever know. Yo, Azer. Okay, so that's that essay. Yeah, I enjoy the concepts in that essay. I will, like I said, I'm gonna cut this live. Then I'll go back live on my phone for Facebook to get finished out. So for now, love you guys. Peace.